There was a time when I thought high blood pressure was just another part of growing older, like aching knees, blurry vision, or a stiff back. Something to accept, nothing more. But the older I got, the more I realized, blood pressure isn't just a number. It's the quiet voice of your body, whispering that something isn't right. The thing is, it rarely gives you a warning. One moment, you're sitting peacefully. The next, your heart pounds, your head feels heavy, your hands tremble, or you wake up in the middle of the night, chest tight, a strange unease in your body. Then you check your blood pressure in the morning, and the numbers have crept higher than they should be. Of course, doctors prescribe medication, and yes, medicine helps. But have you ever felt tired of it all? Not just physically tired from side effects, but emotionally tired of depending on pills to get through each day. Some people I know take 4 or 5 different medications just to keep their pressure steady. And yet, when I look in their eyes, I don't see peace. I see people who feel like they're surviving, but not really living. I remember speaking with a 78-year-old man who lives alone in a quiet apartment. He said, "Every time my heart starts racing, I just sit still, waiting to see if it's my time." That sentence stayed with me for a long time. But what he told me a few months later surprised me even more. He had started making small changes, not big ones, simple ones. Less salt, more greens, a glass of beet juice in the morning, and over time he noticed something. His blood pressure became steadier. His sleep deepened. But more than that, he felt like he had taken control of his health again. That's the reason I'm sharing this with you today. Not to tell you to throw away your medicine, but to remind you that there are foods, natural, powerful, and affordable, that can gently lower your blood pressure and help you feel stronger, calmer, and more in control. Not everyone will tell you this, but I will. And next, let me explain exactly why the food you eat can do what medicine sometimes cannot, and introduce you to the most powerful blood pressure-friendly foods for people over 70. You might wonder, can something as simple as food really make a difference in something as serious as blood pressure? The answer is yes. And not because it's trendy, not because it's natural, but because your blood vessels, your heart, your kidneys, and your nervous system, they all respond directly to what you put on your plate. Think of your arteries like garden hoses. When they're healthy, they're flexible and relaxed, allowing blood to flow freely. But certain foods, especially salty, processed, or sugary ones, cause those hoses to stiffen and narrow. The heart then has to work harder to push blood through, raising your pressure, slowly, silently, year after year. Now here's the hopeful part. There are foods, real foods, that help your arteries soften again, relax your blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and even balance the minerals inside your cells that control how tight or loose your blood vessels stay. This isn't wishful thinking. It's backed by decades of research from respected institutions around the world. In fact, in some studies, certain foods have shown effects as strong as low-dose medication, but without the side effects. Of course, this doesn't mean you stop your treatment, but it does mean you have more power than you think. Here's what's even more comforting. You don't need a fancy diet or expensive supplements. The foods that support healthy blood pressure are simple, accessible, and often already in your kitchen. It's not about restriction. It's about gentle, thoughtful addition. Imagine just one small change each day. A glass of beetroot juice instead of soda, a handful of walnuts instead of cookies, a serving of leafy greens with dinner. No stress, no complicated plan, just small choices that carry big meaning. Because when you feed your body what it truly needs, it doesn't just respond, it thanks you. So what are these quiet heroes of your plate? Let's walk through the most powerful blood pressure-friendly foods that people over 70 should embrace, one by one. Let's take a quiet walk through the foods that have been shown to lower blood pressure, gently, naturally, and with lasting benefits. These are not miracle cures. They are companions, little allies on your dinner plate. Let's meet them. 1 beetroot, a glass of calm. Beets are rich in natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens blood vessels. Several studies show that drinking beet juice can lower blood pressure within hours. You don't need much. Just half a cup in the morning can already make a difference. And yes, it might turn your urine a little pink. That's normal. 2. Garlic, a healing spice. Garlic doesn't just add flavor. It contains a compound called allicin, known for its blood pressure lowering effect. It works by relaxing the blood vessels and improving blood flow. You can use it fresh, chopped, or even in powder form in your meals. Some people also take garlic supplements, but always check with your doctor first. 3. Bananas, a simple source of balance. Bananas are rich in potassium, which helps your body get rid of excess sodium, the main culprit behind high blood pressure. 1 banana a day is a great step toward better balance. Soft, sweet, and easy to digest. They're perfect for a morning snack or part of your breakfast. 4. Leafy greens, a plate full of support. Spinach, kale, collard greens. These are loaded with potassium, magnesium, and fiber. They help reduce pressure on the arteries and improve overall heart function. Add a handful of greens to soups, omelets, or just steam them lightly with a pinch of garlic and olive oil. 5. Oats, a warm, steady start to your day. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps reduce cholesterol and support healthy blood vessels. A warm bowl of plain oatmeal in the morning, topped with sliced bananas or berries, can be both comforting and healing. 6. Walnuts and almonds, tiny protectors. These nuts are high in good fats and magnesium, which help lower blood pressure and reduce artery inflammation. Just a small handful a day, not salted, not sugar-coated, is enough. They make a perfect mid-morning or evening snack. 7. Fatty fish, nature's heart medicine. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are full of omega-3 fatty acids, which lower inflammation and support smooth blood flow. Try to include fish in your meals 2 to 3 times per week. If you can't eat fish, talk to your doctor about omega-3 supplements. Number 8. Avocados. Creamy and calming. Avocados are rich in potassium and heart-healthy fats. They help relax the blood vessels and support a steady heartbeat. You can add slices to toast, salads, or eat half an avocado with a pinch of sea salt and lemon. 9. Dark chocolate. A little joy, a little relief. Yes, chocolate can help, but only if it's dark, 70% cocoa or more, and eaten in small amounts. The flavonoids in dark chocolate improve blood vessel flexibility. Just 1 or 2 small squares a few times a week is enough, not the whole bar. Final reminder, these foods are not about strict rules. They're about kindness toward your body, your heart, and your years ahead. But what's the best way to bring these foods into your everyday life, especially when energy and appetite change with age? Let's explore gentle, realistic ways to enjoy them without stress. Let's be honest, at this stage in life, most of us don't want complicated diets or long shopping lists. We don't want to measure every spoon or count every calorie. What we want is peace of mind, ease, and meals that feel like comfort, not chores. The good news? You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a few simple shifts made with care. Start with what feels natural. If you enjoy breakfast, begin there. Instead of sugary cereal or white toast, try a small bowl of oats with banana slices and a sprinkle of walnuts. If you drink coffee, add a glass of beet juice on the side, or have it later as an afternoon refreshment. For lunch, keep it light and supportive. A piece of grilled salmon or sardines with a leafy green salad, a drizzle of olive oil, and a slice of avocado can go a long way. Even if you can't cook much, these ingredients are easy to find and prepare. And if you prefer something warm, spinach soup or oatmeal with garlic sautéed greens can be deeply satisfying. Dinner doesn't need to be big. A small baked potato with steamed kale and a spoon of plain yogurt, or brown rice with sautéed garlic and a bit of fish. You don't have to cook every day. Even rotating 2 or 3 heart-healthy meals during the week is enough to make a difference. Snacking? Let it be mindful. Instead of reaching for salty chips or cookies, keep a handful of almonds nearby. Or treat yourself to a square of dark chocolate in the evening. It's not about denying pleasure. It's about choosing the kind of pleasure that supports your health. What if you live alone or don't cook anymore? You can still make gentle changes. Talk to whoever helps with your meals, family, caregivers, or your senior center's kitchen. Often, people are more than willing to support your choices if you simply share why it matters to you. And if cooking feels overwhelming, start with 1 change per week. This week, add bananas. Next week, try adding spinach. The week after, test a bit of beet juice. Tiny steps are not too small. They are exactly the pace your body appreciates. Remember, it's not about eating perfectly. It's about eating consistently, consciously, and kindly. Of course, if you're already taking medication for high blood pressure, you might wonder, can these foods interfere with your treatment or help it work better? Let's take a closer look so you can feel safe and informed. This is an important part of the journey, especially if you're already on medication. You might be wondering, can these foods interfere with my pills, or will they make my blood pressure drop too low? These are good questions, thoughtful questions, and the answer is, it depends on awareness, not fear. First, remember this. These foods are not drugs. They work gradually, gently, and naturally. But when combined with medication, especially over time, they can make your treatment more effective, which also means your dosage may need to be adjusted. For example, beet juice and garlic are known to lower blood pressure quite effectively. If you suddenly start consuming them every day on top of strong medication, you might feel lightheaded or weak. That's a sign your pressure may be dropping too much. Bananas and avocados, rich in potassium, can affect potassium levels in the body. This is especially relevant if you're on certain medications like ACE inhibitors or diuretics. So what should you do? Don't stop your medication. Don't make big changes overnight. Instead, introduce 1 new food at a time, slowly, mindfully, and keep track of how your body responds. Write it down. How did you feel after adding beet juice? Did you sleep better after eating more greens? Track your blood pressure once or twice a week at the same time each day. And most importantly, talk to your doctor. Let them know you're making gentle changes in your diet to support your health. Most doctors will be glad to hear this and may even help you track your progress or adjust your meds later on if needed. Remember, your goal is not to replace your treatment overnight, but to give your body the best possible support from both nature and science. Think of it this way. Medication may be the rescue rope, but food is the ground you build your strength on, 1 meal at a time. So now you've learned the foods, the science, and the care needed when mixing them with medication. But perhaps the most important question remains. Why does this matter so much after 70? Let's talk about the quiet power of taking back control at a time when many feel like they've lost it. At a certain age, some people begin to believe it's too late to change. They think, I've lived this way for decades, what difference will it make now? But the truth is, it's never too late to care for your body. And it's never too late to give yourself the gift of feeling strong again, even in small, quiet ways. You see, after 70, everything feels more precious. Your mornings, your breath, the steady beat of your heart. Each day is not just another page in the calendar. It's a chance to feel alive, connected, and capable. And when your blood pressure is stable, your world feels safer. You walk with more confidence. You sleep more peacefully. You stop waiting for something bad to happen and start trusting your body again. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about reclaiming a sense of dignity. It's about saying, I may be older, but I'm not done. I may have slowed down, but I still choose how I live. And yes, something as simple as what you eat can be a powerful way to express that choice. For some people, it's about living independently for longer. For others, it's about having the energy to play with grandkids, to garden, to dance a little in the kitchen again. Whatever it means to you, it matters. And lowering your blood pressure, naturally and kindly, is a step toward that freedom. This journey isn't about restriction. It's not about fear. It's about listening to your body with love and giving it the foods, the rest, and the care it's quietly asking for. So let's take a moment before we close to gather all this knowledge and shape it into something simple, meaningful, and doable. Let me offer you a gentle plan you can start tomorrow with no stress at all. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to feel better. You don't need a strict diet or expensive programs. You just need a small, kind plan, one you can return to each day without stress. So here it is, a gentle starting point. You can make it your own. Morning, a steady start. Begin your day with a glass of water, then add half a cup of beet juice if you like it. Choose plain oats for breakfast, add banana slices and a few crushed walnuts. If you drink tea or coffee, enjoy it slowly. Let your morning be calm. Midday, light and nourishing. Try steamed greens like spinach or kale. Add half an avocado or a few almonds. A small serving of grilled fish like salmon or sardines twice a week is wonderful. If you enjoy soup, spinach or garlic-based soups are warm and comforting. Evening, gentle and satisfying. Keep dinner light, brown rice with garlic sautéed vegetables or a sweet potato with olive oil. A warm herbal tea can help you unwind. If you feel like a treat, one square of dark chocolate is perfectly okay. Weekly notes. Choose 1 or 2 new foods to focus on each week. Don't rush. Check your blood pressure once or twice a week at the same time. Write down how you feel, not just numbers, but energy, sleep, mood. And if one day you forget or slip up, that's okay. This is not about rules, it's about rhythm, about returning. What matters most is not how fast you change, but how gently you keep showing up for yourself. You are not broken. You are not too late. You're simply adjusting, evolving, listening, and that is a beautiful thing. If you found a little hope or clarity in this video, I invite you to share it. Leave a comment below. Maybe tell us, which of these foods do you already enjoy, or what small step are you ready to take? Your words might inspire someone else who's quietly facing the same worries. And if this kind of content brings you peace or motivation, I warmly invite you to subscribe to Golden Pathways, where we explore ways to live better, age gently, and stay connected to what matters most. Because no matter your age, you still deserve to feel strong, steady, and seen.